The worst YouTuber in history is back. Yeah, but it's back to school season. Some people already went back to school. I don't know why you would ever go back to school early August and you don't get out until June. That's crazy. But, you know, with our current climate in America, we need people to go back to school. We need open the schools, please. Put them in there, make them learn, let them know how to read, please. Okay? But now it's back to school season. And I'm no longer making these as a high school student. I'm a college student. Actually, October would make my second year. No, actually, yeah, my second year of college. Even though I did graduate high school with my associate's degree, I want a bachelor's. So I started at university. And what makes it even better for me is I'm an at-home university student. So this video is going to be very different from your traditional back to school with me stuff or prepare for college with me stuff. Not really much I have to prepare. It's just really just going to be what I do for back to school as a at-home college student. So yeah, I don't do these big shopping hauls. I don't buy all these new clothes. I'm at home. I do go out and study here and there, but like I just do it all from like the comfort of my own room. So it's easier. With how expensive everything is, I know there's a few people who've asked me like, how do I go to school online? Because it is way cheaper than going in person or moving to a different state for university. I was originally planning on going to New York City, FIT or Parsons or one of the fashion schools, but I was like, I don't want to go into debt. No, but my main thing with college was I didn't want to go into like crippling debt for school, so I decided I'm gonna stay home and save all the money and live my life basically comfortably, and I did. It takes a lot of discipline to get up and do my classes, and what makes my at-home college experience even better is that I go to a self-paced school. First things first, you do college at home, you need tech. Ouch, it hit my collarbone. Ah. You need technology though. I actually have, if you've seen my room tour, you guys have always seen my two monitors. I'll put a picture. You guys know my two monitors right in front of me. I do school on there and I watch movies while I watch my lectures. I probably should not be doing that, but I am a multitasker. I cannot focus on one thing at a time. It's actually hard for me to film these videos because I'm focusing on one thing and my brain just gets bored. I get so bored so fast. But yeah, I study on one monitor and I watch movies and stuff on the other monitor, or listen to music on the other monitor while I take my notes and stuff. You may ask, I take my notes a couple different ways. I fell for the iPad craze and got an iPad as a gift, but Bessie's, I'm kind of with the teachers. Pencil and paper might be it, but it is easier to take notes on my iPad. My trusty dusty iPad. Not dusty, this is brand new. No, my trusty iPad. It's actually even customized. I have a little star on here I film. But no, I use my iPad. It's about to die because I don't charge my MacBook and my iPad until they're damn near dead. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't use them at all. I don't use them like every single day, so I'm like, why would I charge it every single day if I use it every single day? But for $12 a year, I believe, I think it's $12 a year. For $12 a year, I use GoodNotes. I have my GoodNotes. I think it's $12 a year. I need to get cuter covers. I'm just lazy. But yeah, each class that has its own little GoodNotes to go with the lecture videos I watch. I actually have to redo these notes because I did all of these and I forgot everything. So I'm actually going to go in today and redo all these notes after I retake my practice test again before I need to take my real test, because I've been on this class for too long and I've been procrastinating. But yeah, look how nice and neat all my notes are. But yeah. And if you're a student and you don't want to pay the $12 a year for GoodNotes, there are apps such as Noteful. Noteful, I started off with Noteful because I was like, I don't really want to pay the $12. And my Noteful app is just full of all my Japanese work. And I use this the whole time I took Japanese. And I loved it. I have all my Japanese writing sheets in here. All my lesson plans. Everything was in here. It wrote just fine. It did everything just fine. And it was easy to use. It's just like GoodNotes. Just a little bit of the features are different. But it's just as good for free. And it is like the place. If you are in college and you need something for your school or your major, go onto Reddit. Your school has a Reddit page. Ask questions in there and see what people do to study. Like, I'm telling you, online school especially, the Reddit pages are so helpful because I link so many study guides. But yeah, note-taking apps if you want to note-take on your iPad. And what's good about an iPad is you can also turn it into a laptop. I have a keyboard for my iPad that I don't actually use because I use my laptop if I need to type. But for my iPad is like my main thing I study on, the main thing I take notes on, because I'm usually in bed doing all my work. I'm not one to sit at my desk to do my work that often unless I'm using my bigger monitor. Other than that, no, I'm usually on my laptop to do it. But yeah, if you want to go back to school and you want something light, I started the whole Apple ecosystem thing because I was like physically going to school, and my backpack used to be so heavy on notebook stuff I was carrying. Cause I was a stationary girly when I was younger. In my teenage years, I'm still a teenager. I'm talking about teenage years. I'm about to be 20. But no, when I was younger, I used to be really into like stationery and stuff. So I have so much stationery I'm actually gonna be showing in this video. But no, to keep a lighter load, I say MacBook or Windows or whatever laptop you like, iPad, writing tablet, anything like that. Take your notes online, and then like probably like a pencil highlighter, like one notebook, and then the rest of your stuff that you need for the day. And your backpack's gonna be so much lighter. That's why I found that works for me. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine. I'm also gonna talk about how I also write. I still use notebooks even though I have my iPad, because sometimes I need the notebook. I need it on physical paper. So we're talking about my note taking right now. We're gonna be talking about my notebooks. Oh, I love Japanese stationery. I had so much of it. I give a lot away, and it's even become like very popular in America now. And the campus notebooks. I have the campus notebooks. I've been using these. I love them so bad. And what I love about these campus notebooks are these notebooks you can actually, they're like binders. They're mini little binders. You can open them, take the paper out, and add new paper in. So you can use them for multiple classes if you want, and they're very lightweight and easy. And my favorite color is green, but I do a lot of blue because there's not a lot of cute greens in school supplies. But yeah, these are just so good. I have more. I have like a bigger one, that's a clear one, that's full of my Japanese work. I use that one, change the paper out. I love it. I hate when you like have a notebook and you tear pages out and it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. So I like how you can pop this open and take pages out on your own without it looking wonky. And Campus is actually really affordable. That's what I also like about Campus, is how affordable the brand is, because like, yes, most notebooks are affordable, but if you like a certain look, this brand, Campus, is usually the brand for it. And instead of keep buying new notebooks, I try not to waste too much. I usually keep my notes for years and years and years, even if I left the class years ago. I don't know why, it's been a habit since I've been a student, and I've been a student my entire life, and I'm about to be 20. But yeah, Campus sells paper. This is B5, and it comes in 100 packs. Depending on paper, this is a B5. This is B5 grid. It comes in a 50, and this is B5 line paper. Yeah, but these are so affordable. They're so good, and I like this paper. I usually write with grid paper now. This B5 pack on Amazon runs for $6, and this 100 pack runs for $6.50 on Amazon as well. I know there's cheaper places you can get it. I don't know about sales, so don't ask me about that. But yeah, these got me through Japanese class. These got me through other marketing classes. Got me through everything, and I love them so bad. I always have them on deck. I actually got this from my school bookstore. This one was $4.95. And this one was like $5, I think. But yeah, it's just a little bit more expensive on Amazon, but I think it's good paper and it's worth it. Campus also comes out with these notebooks. They have so many notebook series. These are just plain black ones with the colors on them, but they also have ones with characters on them. They have Hello Kitty ones. I have pastel ones. I just don't remember where they're at. But yeah, Campus literally has all the best notebooks. I love them so bad. Only thing about these notebooks is I don't use these notebooks because I don't enjoy the spine they have. I like being able to like completely fold my notebook over and stuff. But these are like, and rip pages out, but these are good notebooks. The paper is really nice. It's very light. It's very easy to write in. It's very smooth. The paper does have a texture. It's like very smooth. But yeah, they're great notebooks. I do recommend them. They don't have that many pages in them. That's the only thing about these. They're thin, so they don't have that many pages in them. And I consider these more for like neat notes. I don't think this will last a full school year on a heavy writing class, but it will last you long enough. And they come in 6 packs, I believe. I don't know where the rest of these went. I know it came in like yellow and green. I think an orange one too. But yeah, they come in 6 packs. And for Campus, if you want like a Campus notebook for $2.25 a piece, it used to be $1.25, but you know, inflation and tariffs. But if you want a cheaper one, go to Daiso. I've been talking about Daiso a lot. Daiso is my store. I love Daiso. Daiso has Campus notebooks. Daiso has Japanese stationery because it is a Japanese dollar store, well, Japanese store. Now it's not even $1 anymore. But Daiso has all the Japanese stationery that you need, the notebooks, everything. I think they even sell the extra Campus paper there for $2.25 instead of like the $5 on Amazon. I need to check though. So as far as writing utensils go, everyone, if you ever met me, you know I always have all the stationery on me, and I only write in pen. I do write in pencil a little bit here and there. I just use draw in pencil, but I do typically write in pen. It's like my go-to pen cluster besides my black pen, because I love the Sarasa highlighters matched up with the Zebra Sarasa pens. Like these are some of my favorite combinations ever. They're so cute. They write so well. and I just love it so bad. Like, this is a 0.7 pen. I don't mind 0.5, I prefer 0.7. Guys, I am a Pentel girly. I love Pentel pens. I have every color of Pentel. Some of them got lost in my move, but trust me, little cup is not doing justice to how many Pentel pens I have. When I was in Japanese class, I was buying a new color every single day, almost every day, and they're like $3. I love Energels. My favorite black pen is the Energel black pen. These pens are literally life. They write so smooth. They are wet ink, so they gotta dry, but they're chef's kiss. They're amazing. I love Pentel. Like, you can never go wrong with an Energel. As far as pencils, I use like these little Papermate ones, the good ones. I don't know how to describe it. These are the ones in school. If you found this pencil, this was your pencil for the rest of the year. And with 0.7, I typically write in 0.7. Some of my Sarasas are in 0.5, but as pencil wise, I try to stick to 0.7. 0.9 is too thick. I write kind of big. 0.9, like my handwriting gets all sloppy. And that's the one thing about taking school online. You're typing more than you're writing, so your handwriting starts to just, like your handwriting's not as good as it used to be when you were writing every day in school. That's the one thing about doing school online that is kind of hard, but it's just, I also have like sticky notes and stuff for my notebooks. I just cleaned my notebooks out. I need all the papers in my closet now, so this is basically like a fresh start because I'm starting school again soon. Well, I'm always in school, but my new semester is about to start. I have one class left, but yeah, I have like sticky notes and stuff. This is also from Daiso. Daiso has such, like I said, Daiso has some of the cutest stationery ever. And another underrated, well, this brand's not underrated, but another brand I really like that I have all the color of their pens in as well is Muji. I love Muji so bad. If you live in New York or you plan on taking a trip to New York, I say stop at the Muji store. Muji's pretty affordable too. Muji's pretty nice. Their pens write amazingly. Like this pen right here is literally a 0.38. Like who is writing with a 0.38? But this is so good for like underlining and stuff if you don't want your lines to be too thick. I love Muji. These pens are kind of annoying, but they're like some of the best pencils I've ever found in my life. I draw with these pencils religiously. Like these are my pencils. I'm missing one and we'll find it, but the Grapher Gear 1000s from Pentel, these pencils are like life. If I need the motivation to write, I'm pulling out my Grapher Gears. If I need the motivation to draw, I'm pulling these pencils out. They're kind of expensive pencils. Like they're like, the price of these pencils is kind of crazy, but they're worth it in my opinion. I love the pencils. I think they write good. They're comfortable to hold. I love them. And as far as erasers, because at the times I do use pencil, I just use the mono erasers. These are so good as well. I got this pack for like $1 at Daiso like years ago. And I just haven't opened it because I've been using the same mono eraser for a very long time. Yeah, and as far as other pens, like I said, I mentioned earlier, Zebra Sarasas, I have almost every color in those too. These are really good. A lot of these are 0.5, so I actually bought the 0.5 pack and not the 0.7 pack. But they're so good. They even have a white pen. Like, that's how you know they take their pen tips seriously. And these pens just write really good for me. I love them so bad. I even have like their rainbow pen to use. But I don't use them often, so like, it's literally dust flying in the air right now. And the last item that I use religiously for school before we get into how I study and stuff, my MacBook. This is the new case. I'm decorating another video, but my MacBook. This is my holy grail. Everything is on here. I even got an external hard drive for this thing because I love my MacBook so bad. I am going to do a MacBook tour so you guys see like my wallpapers and stuff. This MacBook runs so well. My only concern for MacBook is I do heard that MacBooks do run out eventually, and I'm scared about that. But this one was a graduation gift because if you know me, you know I did not want to do high school graduation. I actually hated high school. I said I would never graduate. I would never walk across that stage, but my parents bribed me with the MacBook, so I walked across that stage because I wanted the MacBook. And yeah, even though I'm a Mac user and I do have an Apple ecosystem because I like the aesthetic of it, I'm sorry, Windows is better. I'll be the first Mac user to admit I love how Mac looks. That's why I have Mac. But if you want something reliable, Windows. I love Windows. Windows is really good. My monitors are Windows. I think every monitor is Windows. I don't have a Mac monitor. Windows is way better for school. My MacBook is kind of annoying for school because Mac has different commands and stuff. But yeah, I use my MacBook for literally everything. I study on here. I go in and check all my stuff in here. If I'm in my bed, I watch my lecture notes on here. I do everything on this MacBook. I even use this MacBook to edit on my videos. This MacBook is like my life. Yes. My little ecosystem, my note-taking stuff, my stationery. Yeah, how do I study? No longer in the age of Quizlet. Quizlet, you gotta pay for Quizlet now. I miss when Quizlet was free. I'm all for, if you don't want to pay the subscription, don't pay your subscription. And you know, I do use Quizlet here and there, But you know what's better than Quizlet? Noti. Noti is my thing. I create all my study guides on there. I take all my little mini practice tests on there. I import all my flashcards on there, all my notes on there. I use Noti. Noti does have a paid option, but even if you don't pay for it, it works just as good, and I love it down bad. I personally don't like to use AI for school, so I try to avoid using AI as much as possible, and like almost every website has an AI feature now. I just don't use AI features. I will go in and handwrite every single practice test if I have to avoid using the AI bot. I don't enjoy it. I just go into Noti, do my practice test, all that good stuff. I'm gonna reiterate, you don't need an iPad, you don't need a fancy laptop, you don't need none of that. Literally a notebook, pencil, paper, whatever helps you study better is what you should use. I like having like Noti and Quizlets and stuff, and I like the good notes and all that extra stuff because I'm just an extra person. But you don't really need it. You just really need the motivation to get up every day and do it, because sometimes I do get inside a slump and I'm like, I don't feel like doing it. Only good thing is I don't have to go to class every day, because I'm able to do a class every day. But like I said, I sit in class on my phone the whole time. Like, I don't pay attention to my life. I teach myself anyways, so it's better for me to do online school, and I didn't want to go into debt. As far as I'm concerned, this video is over. I'm gonna come back and decorate my stuff. Actually pretty soon. I'm still making the stickers. Ugh, because I want to do a long process DIY video. Don't ask why I did this to myself, but I did. But yeah, I'm gonna edit this video so it's not that long. Yeah, if you like watching this, if you like me, like, comment, subscribe, follow my Instagram, follow my YouTube, follow my TikTok, follow all that good stuff. This channel is growing, and I'm really excited because I actually do enjoy doing YouTube. I hate editing, but I do enjoy doing YouTube. But yeah, bye guys.